Are you getting ready to make that first hire for your TC business? Well, first of all, congratulations, okay? I've been there myself. I've grown my business to multiple six figures a year, and I could not have done that without loading up my company with top tier staff, okay? Some staff that have been with me since the beginning, some have been with me for many years, and it's not by happenstance. It's because I hire in a very strategic way. And I wanna show you how to do this. So before you hire, or if you've already hired, before you do your next hire, you can avoid pitfalls and you can set yourself up to have somebody where they're working in their gift and you're able to work with them for years, as opposed to hiring somebody that you thought were good and having to let them go so fast. Check out this training, you're gonna love it. Before you hire them, I want you to imagine that it's like bringing your newborn baby home. I need you nesting in your business before you bring the baby home. What does nesting look like? What are they going to be doing? How do they know what they're going to do? How are you going to train them in a way that you don't have to be the person answering every call, text, telegram, mail, letter? Is it video recorded? Is it in a portal? You got 360 Ascension. You get portals for what you get. Put your trainings in portals where they can go module by module. Don't make your modules hour and 10 minutes long. Quick, bite-sized, 6-7 minute modules. What is your value system? What's important to you in your business? Make it a module and put it in there. A lot of you see my TC training that I have for VBS, and you see it's laid out. It's like 30 modules, right? It's breaks, it's quizzes, it's all these things. Set these things up. Think about yourself like a new parent and the baby is about to come home and you are nesting, okay? You are buying silly, stupid stuff, thinking you need it, only to never use it, and the baby grow out of it and it's got tags on it. I'd rather you be overly prepared for your new baby that you want to bring to your business than bring somebody on and your process is raggedy and you look trifling and you stressing out the person, and you're going to take perfectly good talent and you're going to run them off. So let's talk about some of the things. Having your training in a system that they can consume it even on their own time. And even if you do a live Zoom with them, it's recorded, you upload that as well. Having documented procedures. Now with the help of AI, I didn't have AI back in the day. We was getting it out the mud. You literally could send an audio of what you want your procedures to be and have AI begin to build that out for you. You send an audio of what you want your procedures to be, you upload that into the system, and then you can even say, hey, based off of what I gave you, what are my gaps? Ask me questions so it can fill the gaps so we can make sure these procedures are thorough. And it will do just that. It is incredible what y'all get to do, okay? I am delicioso, okay? Like y'all can just use AI and just do all y'all hard thinking. Me and Tristan had to take 6 months off to get all this done, right? So you just make sure your procedures are in place. Make sure it's documented. Some people are visual learners. Some people are auditory learners. Some people need to learn by looking at the video. Some people need to just see it. I can't. She's talking too fast. I need to read it. Some people just need to read it, right? So you want to have both options there so that you can support the type of person that you're hiring. You never know if it's a DISC, so make sure you can support them and whatever their gifting is. Another thing you want to have is, how are you going to audit them? I don't care how awesome they are. How are you double checking their work? Because I promise you, you will be paying for things that you're not getting. You'll say, these are the 10 things I want you to do. They'll do 8 of those 10 things, 6 of those 10 things, 7 of those 10 things, but they'll want 10-point payments, okay? Every single time. And the only way that you can navigate that is if you have an auditing system. Think about how you can audit them to make sure that they're doing the work they said they're gonna do. Guess what? Have all this ready before they start. You are hiring too fast. I know you're in pain, but you're gonna be in worse pain by wasting your money. You're gonna be in worse pain by having to retrain somebody 10 kabillion times. And guess what? Then you're gonna have this revelation later. We tell them, we got new procedures. This is how we're doing it now. They're gonna be annoyed. Just the same way you was annoyed at corporate. They try to improve the department. You got an attitude, okay? Because it sounds like more work for you. Make it where it's just a part of the culture before they come. And then they won't be annoyed because you've already set the standard. You've already set the stage. You already said that this is how we do it here. This is how our structure is here. This is how we roll. So this is how you win the battle before you start. Also, what is my benefit from working with you? Okay, so you can't give me medical. Okay, is there any other benefit I could offer? If you are enjoying this video, I know that you would enjoy my free training where I teach people how to start, scale, and sustain in this sector. I've done so for the past decade. And I teach you 5 keys to start. They're simple ways to get into this business. I also will teach you, how do I scale it where I make multiple 6 figures a year and I have for the past decade. And then I show you, how do you sustain the growth and the scaling that you've acquired? How do you keep clients that want to be with you for years at a time? I teach you exactly what I do to maintain my retention with my clients. So if you want to learn more, all you have to do is go to tiffany'smasterclass.com, and I will show you how the bankrupt girl that barely could do third grade math, apparently, since I couldn't pay my bills, was able to start in this business and able to blow past my competition and able to sustain it for a decade. I'll see you soon. What is my other benefit? We found very creative ways that we had just small benefits. It wasn't anything crazy. Over time, we were able to offer more. If you say, hey, if you get a perfect audit for 90 days, you get a $50 gift card of your choice. Here are the 10 options. It sounds like, oh, I could do that. Then do that, right? Figure out what you want to offer to either incentivize them, to let them know they're seen when they do a good job. It's the same way you like those things in corporate America. The next thing is, and I talk about this in the portal, is your job description needs to have a little life to it. Okay, y'all don't went AI crazy, or you just go with what you think is the professional way to present a job description, and it's boring and nobody is excited to apply. They're just robo applying. But when you add a little excitement to your job description and you show a little personality and you do all these things and you're very specific, it really does help you get better talent. Okay, all right, so here's what I say when I'm looking for a TC. I say, here's a quick personality test to determine if you would enjoy this position. I said, does your family hate going on vacation with you because you have every minute of the vacation planned to ensure what you would call maximum fun and experience, and what they would call extremely annoying? You know the price of each activity, availability of all amenities. You visited the resort and clicked on each menu item and even found some hidden links in the footer with cool tips. Then not only would you love being a transaction coordinator, you would excel in it. That's in my job description. That's public. Not now, because I'm not looking for anybody, because I got Reba Nation now. So if I need somebody, I'll come to y'all. Okay. So, but that was in my job description, right? So imagine if you're reading that, you're cracking up at yourself like, okay, well, I'm applying for this because this is me all the way. And there are some other variations we gave just for fun, right? So I'm saying put those in your job description, make it fun, and make yourself stand out from the boxy, stuffy people with the bow ties that are on Indeed, right? If that's your personality, infuse it in your job description. I think people gravitate towards us and it makes them want to work with us, right? Because it's something about us that we seem like we got a little personality, okay? Also, offer a soft commitment. Do not hire somebody like, you're my new manager, we're gonna work together till we die. Don't do that. Offer a soft commitment. So in the beginning, even if in your mind you're like, I feel like this person could really run my business, even if you feel like that, have some self-control about yourself and say, I have some ideas of what I want to do with you, but I want to just, make sure we get in here, make sure you enjoy what you're doing, make sure it speaks to the gifts in you and it's aligned with where you want to see yourself. So what about this? Let's set it up. I want to train you, and let's just do a 90-day trial. So that way at the end of the 90 days, you can let me know how you like it. If you want to move forward, I can share any feedback. We can just make sure this is a good fit for us. Just do a soft commitment in the beginning. I do not care how awesome they seem. People seem awesome until you have to work with them. I guarantee you, the most awesomest people are not great workers, right? Or they get distracted, or they fall in love with something else, and now you don't have their attention span anymore. So doing a soft commitment, 60-day, 90-day soft commitment with somebody is going to protect you. So then when you have to let them go, if you're the type of person that doesn't like to have uncomfortable conversations and you're not going to be comfortable firing people, then when you have this soft commitment, the procedure can let them go for you. You don't have to worry about it. You can say 90 days, it's not exactly what I thought, but I would like to, okay, let's go our separate ways, right? So you have that soft commitment. If things are going great, guess what you say? You blew me away. I have plans for you. I'm gonna wait to talk. Let's do a few more months because I don't want to overwhelm you, but get them excited to go the long haul with you, right? But make sure you make a soft commitment. You say, Tip, I hear you, but this person is the bomb. Let them prove it that they're gonna be the bomb in your business. Let them prove that they're going to be as awesome as they seem in your business doing the position that you have laid out for them. I promise you, if you don't learn anything else from me, okay, as a CEO, that's some good advice because you will play yourself. All right, how much do you pay them? So rule of thumb. Rule of thumb is you want to make sure that you're paying people less than 50% of your profit margin. And in the beginning, what happens is you're like, no, Tiff, I don't mind. I think I want to pay them $200 a contract and I'll just do $150. I mean, it's $150. I'm not tripping. I know you're not tripping, but guess what? You got to pay to your $150. Marketing costs, software costs, taxes. You got to hire administrative roles that may or may not be associated with profit assignments. So that means you have to pay them out of the profit margins of the other VAs. These are all the things that you are first hiring. You're not necessarily considering because you don't have all of those bills yet, right? So you want to make sure when you need to pay the bills because you're the business owner, you still have something left for yourself. And if you're paying somebody more than 50% of your profit margin, you're leaving yourself next to nothing. So now you're working in marketing for nothing to just make sure everybody else is paid. And that's going to have you resentful of your own business. Okay. So if you have $350 for the TC package, right? First of all, Stripe, whoever taking 3% off the top, gone. That's off the top. Stripe gonna take their cut just from you if it's paid by credit card. Okay, let's assume credit card, right? For the purposes of our illustration, because everything else is paid by credit card. So like your listings and all that, right? Only the contracts are paid at closing. So let's say you got 340 that you're working with. So if you divide that by 2, that's $170. Now what you have to keep in mind in your 340 is where are you housing your project management flow? Maybe you're using Teamwork, maybe you're using Notion, maybe you're using, that might not be a crazy expense, right? Teamwork will even have you do some free projects, right? But guess what? When you start to grow and expand, guess what? You're gonna have to pay. Software, you're gonna have to pay. It's no longer gonna be free, right? You might be at this point paying for 360. Granted, you get a huge discount, you with Revenation, but these are all things that you want to consider, right? So if you add up all of your expenses and you say on average, I do about 10 contracts a month, I add up all of my expenses, and your expenses in the TC world can typically be pretty low. So let's say your expenses every month are only $800. If business is booming, I mean, business is doing what it needs to do, you might have $800 in expenses. So if you divide that over 10 contracts, that's 80 a contract that is going to be going towards your expenses. So the 340 minus the 80, that's 260 left. So how much you gonna pay your TC? So then now you're looking at, okay, well, I could be fair. Tiff says on average it's about 5 hours a contract. If I say I'll pay them $20 an hour, 20 times 5, that's $100. Right? So then now you know that that's your profit. So just think about all things and consider all things as you scale so that you can think about, okay, if I had triple this work, what would my expenses be? And let me think about my decisions I'm making before I get there. Okay. And then my last one is when you do notice good talent and you realize, okay, I got a superstar on my hands, secure them. Start having conversations with them. What other things are they desiring that you can help them with? What are they looking for? You know what? I love it here. I would like to see if I, can make an additional $800 a month because that would put me in the overflow that I'm desiring. Start strategizing and thinking about all the ways that you can put them in that position to get that with you. So when you see you have good talent, secure them. Find out how you can serve them and get them all the desires of their heart. That is your plan to find good talent, secure good talent, keep good talent. So now that you know exactly what you need to do to hire, you may realize that some of the people you hire are gifted in ways, and you can now offer services that you may not have previously offered. So I want you to watch my next video that's going to talk about all the different services that you can offer, even some you may not have thought about. Check out my next video.